In this video, we're going to take a look at creating charts and putting them on a slide in PowerPoint 2016. I've already opened up PowerPoint and I just did a File, New command. And yours will look something like this, but you will have different things here depending on how your system is set up and what templates and what files you've used recently. But you should always see a list of suggested searches up here, and we're going to click on Education. And hopefully this will be on your computer as well. If not, it's not really a big deal. There is a science project presentation here, and we're going to click on that. And to download it, all we have to do is click on Create. And in a second or two it'll download. And I know that there is a chart in here somewhere. On slide number 9, here is the chart. And what we're going to do is just take a look at this. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to duplicate this chart. Okay? And so we're going to keep a view of it open right here on our thumbnails. And in between 9 and 10 here, I'm just going to go and I'm going to insert a new slide. I'm on the Home tab. And I'm going to go to New Slide, and that one looks like it might be content with a caption. And so we've got some room over here to put stuff like they put their label up here and some more information down here in these two text boxes. And then over here you've got a choice of what it is that you want to add. And we want to add a chart, which is the middle item here on the first row. And it's also possible to do that by going to your Insert tab and doing Chart, and then selecting the type of chart that you want as well. I'm just going to do it from the slide here. That's probably a little bit easier. Click on it. And this should look similar to Excel, because this is basically what is used to create charts in PowerPoint and also in Word. So this is letting us decide the type of chart that we want, and we're just going to go with the default, which is what they did here. So it's a clustered column chart. And we're going to click on OK. And it will create a chart for us. And actually what it looks like is that what they did was they just picked the default data as well, because their chart looks a lot like mine. My bars are skinnier, theirs are wider and overlap. We'll fix that in a few minutes here. But the other thing that we want to take a look at is up here. What pops up is this stuff that looks awful lot like Excel, and the reason it looks a lot like Excel is because it is Excel. So we create our data just like we did in Excel. We put the series labels across the top, we put the category labels down the side, and then we put the actual data values in between. And what gets plotted is whatever is inside of the blue box here. And if you want to add another row or you want to add another column, you can increase the size. And you notice down here, when I added another row, which would be category 5, there's another room for a cluster of bars over here on the right side. But since I didn't put a label on there, let me put a label in there real quick. So I'm going to put in category 5. Okay, there we go. And so down here on the bottom we see the label for the category. And if we added something up here like series 4, then we would get another option in our legend down here. And if we had some data here or some data here, it would also plot that, but we don't really need to do that. You can figure that out pretty easily. So we're going to take this little corner here and we're going to drag it back up to here, and what gets plotted is just what is in the blue, and then of course the purple and the pink on the side and the top as well. This stuff is getting ignored because it's outside the box, but I'm just going to go and delete it anyway if Excel will let me do that, and it doesn't let me completely delete this one. So that's what our chart looks like, and when you've got your data entered in here correctly, you can just close this. And now everything we've got here is exactly the same as it was in Excel. So if I want to change the chart title, I don't have the formula bar up here now like I did before, but I can type right on top of that. And so I'm going to call this My Data. And if I want to modify something here, let's say the background, I can right click on it, and near the bottom will be something labeled format, and I can do format plot area, and I get this familiar plot area window opening up over here on the right side. If I decide I want to change something else, like the green bars here, see I've got handles around all the green bars, just click on the green bar, and now it changed to format data series. If I click on one of the grid lines here, I'll get format major grid lines. If I click on the legend here, I'll get options to format the legend. So this is stuff that is exactly the same as it is in Excel, so if you know how to do it in Excel, then it's exactly the same in PowerPoint. Now, the one thing that's different between their slide here and my slide down here is the style. So let's select our chart here, and let's go to our chart tools and go to design, and they've got a bunch of built-in designs here, or styles, and I'm looking for one that overlaps, and I think it might be this one right here, style number 13. So I'm going to choose style number 13 here. And now if I go back and forth and compare that with the other one, the bars are, it looks like they're jumping a little bit. The reason they're jumping a little bit is because I have a title on mine here, and they do not. If I get rid of the title and just hit delete here, now the bars stretch out a little bit. And now if I go back and forth, I don't see any difference at all. So you can do any formatting you want to simply by clicking on it once you've got this open. If that's not open, right click on it and choose format, and it'll open up a window over here for you, and then you can format things exactly the way you can in Excel.